Howdy folks, it is DIECAST Buffet here again. Welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2004. Time for race 18 out of 36, the 2005 Tropicana 400 at Chicagoland Speedway. Last race at Daytona. Give Jeff Gordon another win in 2005. We finished 8th place. So it was actually a pretty good run, back-to-back top 10s. Very happy about that. Very happy to go out here and get a good run, get a good run. Jeff Gordon takes over the points lead. Kevin Harvick was 1 point behind Tony Stewart. 1 point behind. Stewart's 7th place finish now puts him only 34 points behind Jeff Gordon. But guess what? 128 point loss at Daytona. Kevin Harvick. Fat oof right there. But Jeff Gordon just got his 70th win of his NASCAR Winston Cup Series career, and look at that third win of 05. Last year he only won 4 races, but we're halfway in the season. He already has 3, so great job on his part. We got an award last race, and yes, picking up places, moved up the most positions. That's pretty cool. Awesome. Oh, let's check on the manufacturer's title at the halfway point. Chevrolet. And dominating. Ford jumps ahead of Dodge, which is surprising as Ford's been winning a good amount of summer races. We have a 4-pole lead on Jeff Gordon for the pole award. All right, so we're going to Tropicana. We won this race last year. We did win this race, but let me tell you, we're going to run, we're going to run the alternate paint scheme. And just like that, here is the alternate paint scheme. So we're gonna go to the good old place in Chicago. But we won this race last year, and I remember having a hot rod. I'll tell you that. So look, man, I want to go back to back at Chicago. It's a 1.5 mile race. As far as I'm concerned, it's a statistic padder. And what I mean by that is it pads your stats, man. All those good drivers out there. All the big names, they got like a crap load of wins at insert generic short track, insert generic 1.5 mile event, maybe a road course. They don't just win 60 Brickyard 400s. No, it's a bunch of filler races, and that's what I like about Chicago. It's a filler race. We're going to go ahead and choose that chassis. Engine. Man, you got to give me the 78 power, man. I mean, come on. Speaking of which, we need to go work on some engines. We got an open garage slot. Let's go ahead and take care of that. So these joints are doing that. These joints are doing that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to work on... let's go ahead and get that fixed up right there. Let's just get it fixed up. Pay the cash. Get it fixed. Let's go. So we got that being worked on. So we're always working on our race car. Keeping new parts fresh. That's what you need. So let's go to the engine shop. 78 horsepower. Whew, holy Jesus. So we're going to reduce the drafting for downforce. 78 car rating. Let's go to Joliet, Illinois. All right, folks. So we qualified 11th for the Tropicana 400. I would have qualified probably on pole, to be honest, but I kind of tapped the wall a little bit on the opening lap, and that slowed us down. And I tapped the wall again on the second lap. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to park it. We got 11th. That's good. I didn't want to tear up the race car anymore. And let's set it down trackside here at Chicagoland Speedway.
The NASCAR Winston Cup Series comes to Illinois this week for today's race, the Tropicana 400 at the Chicagoland Speedway. Barney, we're still kind of new to this place. What do you think so far?
This speedway is a 1.5 mile trioval with a wide racing surface and decent banking. That will keep the speeds up and the action very exciting.
Johnny Benson won the Busch Series championship in 1995.
That championship was sandwiched between 2 Rookie of the Year awards. He won the Busch Series award in 1994, followed up his championship with Winston Cup rookie honors in 96.
The Georgia Pacific Dodge seems to always have to start toward the back at these speedway tracks.
Man, that's true. Maybe he likes having to pass all those cars on race day. I know I would prefer to start towards the front, and I'm sure he would too. But hey, he'll get there with some patience.
Start your engine.
Engines are fired here at Chicagoland Speedway. It's the Rocket Man, Ryan Newman, and guess what? His teammate Rusty Wallace on the front row. So it's a Penske front row sweep, but you got some cats like Kenny Wallace, so let's be honest, he ain't going to be in the top 10 within the first 5 laps most likely, but you got a cat named Jimmy Johnson, who very well could get a win here at Chicagoland. That would be something to watch. Beautiful paint scheme by Mark Martin. Green flag here at Chicago. 26 laps. We won this race last year. Can we do it again? Now, like I said, we tapped the wall in qualifying, so I don't think the qualifying position is very accurate of our car's speed. I mean, look at the run we're going to have on Mark Martin here. We got to be very careful. Oh my God, huge crash. Jimmy Johnson, Kenny Wallace to the wall. Wow. That was insane. So Johnson is actually going to be outside the top 10 on the first lap, and Wallace somehow keeps it going. Oh my God, man. They were going straight into the fence. Wallace's Dodge, Johnson's Chevrolet. I mean, my God. That was insane. Huge run. Tony Stewart inside. Don't risk it. Look, right now it's so early on. I mean, we've already seen what Wallace and Johnson have done. We don't want to get in the wall here. We want to make sure we take care of our equipment and be there when it counts. The pay window is not open. Ryan Newman, as far as I'm concerned, is not a championship-esque threat, and neither are we. We're just out here to play spoiler and pick up a W. Inside of Stewart here, huge run. Just kind of keep it bowed down. There we go. Hug the bottom. Hug that bottom. Keep digging. There we go. Decent throttle time off the corner. And it looks like Jarrett is going to try to get around Wallace. Wallace is almost playing the blocking game right now. Bonnie of Joe Gibbs Racing was able to get around it, but he's blocking that blue oval, and I don't think Jarrett likes it too much. Ooh, lordy. Car's going to wash up. Tony Stewart's going to get a huge run as Jarrett's going to whoa up right there. Thankfully, Stewart and Jarrett give us enough room to get by, but Wallace's car is fading. Rusty, that is. Newman, well, let's face it. Buffet Racing South and Penske's own Newman have their own rivalry going. We had to let out the throttle there to do the crossover underneath Rusty Wallace. Ooh, close quarters racing. All right, pit strategy. Put your crew chief hat on. We got 26 laps today at Chicagoland. 13 laps are going to be your halfway point. So expect, once again, pit stops. Lap 12 to lap 14. Cars can get very loose there. Tires are going to start taking effect. Kenseth looks like he got around maybe Kenny Wallace up for the 6th spot. Underneath Rusty for 4th, or 3rd, make it. And now all we got is Joe Gibbs Racing's Bobby Labonte. And then it's pretty much Ryan Newman. Huge run. I mean, just a huge run on Bobby there. No contest. There we go. You know, one thing that's super ironic about our playthrough is that on almost every NASCAR game, my best tracks are road courses and super speedways. We have currently 3 1.5-mile wins in our career mode and 2 1.5-mile wins this year. I guess you could throw even Darlington in that mix as well. That'd make it 4. We won Texas earlier this year, and we also won the Coke 600. We dang near won the All-Star as well. So right now, if we win this would be our 4th true 1.5-mile win. I mean, it almost feels like Martin Truex Jr.-esque right now. Boom! Crossover. Ooh, he's going to block. I'm not risking it. Live to fight another day. I know our car's better than his. I know that. We just got to just time it right. Right here. Go for it. Boom, new leader. There we go. So we were able to take the lap away from Newman there. Now, if we're able to dominate the second portion of this race, which is again, very far ahead, if we're able to dominate the second half, we could potentially get the most laps led bonus, but who knows how the pit stops are going to go. Ooh, the car just, if it gets any loose on the inside, I'm going straight into Ryan Newman's left door. I'll tell you that. Lap 10. Okay, like I said, it's going to be about lap 13, or really lap 12 to lap 14 is where you're going to see pit stops here at Chicago. But this is where the strategy's going to come in play. Everyone's going to take 4 tires. That's given. But who's willing to gamble on fuel? Look at our fuel strategy right now. We just hit the 10th lap, and I would suggest 1 lap under halfway on the fuel tank. So we might have 1 or 2 laps left of the tank to give. I think 1 at the most. Now, if we have 1 extra lap of fuel, this is why I mentioned it could be lap 12 to lap 14. Make it lap 11. We already got cats down pit road. They're still on lap 10. That's what I'm saying. We might have an extra lap or 2 worth of fuel on board to gamble with. But our car is so fast right now, I don't want to throw it away. I'm going to make sure we have enough fuel to get to the end of this race. I mean, our car is ludicrous fast right now. There's no reason for us to try to short pit. We're clearly faster than them on old tires, new tires. It doesn't matter. Just go out there and just run our race. I haven't seen Newman or anyone. Radio chatter hasn't said the leaders are coming down pit road. I'm not ready to pit yet. I'm going to stay out at least 1 more time. Okay, now they're coming in. I ain't worried about that. Our car's faster than them regardless of their tires. Lap 13 out of 26. Now we 100% have enough fuel. That's a given. We know we could run 14 laps of gas. We probably have up to lap 15 worth of fuel. So you can go ahead and say we are well within our fuel window. I just want to make sure we are. Now we can go ahead and get the car down pit road. Let's not worry about saving the tires here. Let's just get it down pit road. Underneath 70. There we go. There we go. No damage repair. Keep everything the same. Let's have a good clean pit stop. Oh, we got a rookie up here in front of us. Hopefully he doesn't hold us up. Newman did pit a lap earlier, so he's going to be able to gain some time on, tires, but I'm playing the long game right now. They're playing checkers, I'm playing chess, I'm going for it. Love that paint scheme, man. It's just, some people might not like the alternate paint scheme, but I love doing it. I love being able to run alternate paint schemes at some of these tracks, like the 1.5 miles. It just adds a little bit of realism to it, How, like, Kevin Harvick runs the Busch car most of the year, and then sometimes he'll run the Busch Light car. That's his secondary, his alternate paint scheme. It just adds roleplay to it. And I've never, ever seen another NASCAR YouTuber do that, to run alternate paint schemes in a realistic fashion. And there's Ryan Newman. I thought he must have pitted with us then, because he would already been on the track, so I guess other cats who were the leaders pitted. Stewart has a lot of speed there, but he's going to have to get rolled up by Kenseth and me, which is good. That's going to halt his run and equalize the competition. So after the initial pit stops are over, we are inside the top 10, but who knows how far the damages went. The good thing is our tires are going to be newer than everyone's, pretty much. Since we stayed out, 2 laps extra, that's 2 extra laps of tires they're going to be running on. Older tires, I might add. And we still have, okay, they're coming down pit road. So look at this, folks. We are now back on the lead lap, running 7th, so we got to get around the track right now. I'm telling you, man, this thing is fast. I love Chicagoland Speedway. The early 2000s, Chicago is great. Nowadays, it ain't so much. I mean, they can't even get half of the track sold out. But I just like it. It's just a good 1.5 mile field filler track, I would easily take Chicago over Kentucky any day. Kentucky Speedway, as far as I'm concerned, is just crap. I know there's a lot of people in that area that like watching races like that, but let me tell you, we're out front. Holy cow, folks. We are out front once again at Chicago, lap 17 out of 26. We won this race last year. Can we win it again and go back-to-back? This would be our 8th career win if we're able to win this race. 8th career win. It would be our 4th 1.5 mile victory as well. We've won at Chicago last year in 04. We won Texas this year in 05, and as well as the 05 600. So that's Charlotte, Fort Worth, and Chicagoland. Well, if we win here again, that's going to be our 4th true 1.5 mile win. If you really wanted to, you could say even Darlington in that mix. That would make it 5, but I'm going to not count that because it's a special track. In terms of cookie cutters, this would be our 4th cookie cutter. Lap 19 out of 26. Right now, it's pretty much mind your P's and Q's. Don't put it in the fence. Take care of your equipment. Bring it on home. We have yet to win in this alternate paint scheme, I think. I believe we have yet to win in it, so this would be a huge deal if we're able to. We still got Homestead. We still got Texas. No, we already ran Texas. We still have Charlotte again. We have Atlanta again. Anywhere else? Kansas. Yeah, we have Kansas. So, I mean, we still have some 1.5 mile tracks left in the season. But man, this would be a big win. We need this. Car is starting to lose a little grip. That's okay. I can reduce some of the lap time right now. Just get the car around the track and get the white flag waving as we exit 3 and 4. Got a rookie up here. He's just trying to get himself a good run. But I remember those days being a rookie. Here we go. White flag in the air one more time around. Ooh, Nelly. Okay, lap down, car. I see you. Now this is where the spotter needs to get on that chatter and say, look, man, dude's in the last lap. Just let him go. Thank you, 101. I appreciate that. Through 3 and 4. Buffet Racing South will go back-to-back here in Illinois and win their 2nd straight Tropicana 400. Buffet Racing South wins. Yes! Whew. Domination. Tropicana 400. Labonte gets 2nd. Newman gets 3rd. Another win we had to take away from Ryan Newman. I mean, not as dominant as Texas, but man, we had to take this one away. Huge win for the team, man. Huge win. We have a little bit of fuel in the tank as well. I feel like getting this thing in the dirt, man. I feel like getting it in the dirt. Let's make that race to win diecast a little dirty. Go in the dirt a little bit. Bam! I mean, this is what I'm talking about, man. Huge win for Buffet Racing South. Huge win. I mean, that is huge, man. 2nd straight Chicagoland win. You got to think about it. This is a very new track. It was first raced in 2001, so you truly think about it. Kevin Harvick won in 01, won in 02. I forget who won it in 03. We won it in 04 and 05, so we could potentially make a track record here. Whew. Victory lane here at Chicagoland Speedway, back-to-back. This is awesome, man. I mean, we didn't win Sonoma, we didn't win Daytona, but we got top 10s there. We won all 3 of those races last year, but guess what, man? We got the big win at Chicago. Back-to-back wins. That's our 8th career NASCAR Winston Cup victory. Heck yeah. And we got it in the alternate paint scheme, you know. We only got, what, 1 or 2 more races left with White Cells eliminated. I don't know if they're going to be back on the Monte Carlo, but let me tell you, we're certainly making a great case for them to return to the race team, and man, that's our 3rd career victory with the sponsor. A huge one. Another good 1.5 mile win to add to the collection. It was a very clean race, too, I might add. Didn't get any damage, took care of the race car. Very profitable day for the team. And check this out. Max points day for Buffet Racing South. We started 11th, like I said. That 11th place start was not characteristical of this race car. It was much faster than that. We tapped the wall in qualifying, and I had to back it down, and we lost too much time. Got the win. Labonte gets 2nd. Newman, after leading 7 laps today, nothing to show for it. Even Martin got in there and led some laps. I think he did that during the pit sequence, though. Let's take a look at your championship contenders. Gordon finishes 14th. Where's Smoke Show? Top 5 run for him. Harvick, he's going to rebound after a dismal 125-point loss at Daytona. He comes away with a top 10, so they're going to get a few points on Gordon. The back end of the field, for C. Dixon and Christian Fittipaldi. So bad runs back there, but hey, man, we're in victory lane. That was awesome. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up for that 8th career NASCAR Winston Cup victory for Buffet Racing South. Hit that notification bell and subscribe, guys. Subscribe for more NASCAR content. With all that being said, hope you're having a great one. And DIECAST Buffet, signing off.